out there. This is just purely a theory, but it's an ironic theory. All right, the Tower of Babel. Okay, now what I was explaining about like the Adam and Eve's children and their lineage. Okay, maybe they tried to build the Tower of Babel, and this kind of made God mad. All right, now he destroyed it, and he separated all the generations and created other ethnic groups, basically. All right, now, when I was saying about the extinctions, you'd still have survivors, okay? Now, some of these survivors would end up being like gorillas and orangutan, bonobos, and chimpanzees, or other great ape cousins, all right? Now, if you take a gorilla and you take a Cro-Magnon seed and impregnate a gorilla, I guarantee you would end up with a black person, a different ethnic group. If you used a bonobo, you would end up with an Indian. If you used an orangutan, you would end up with an Asian. And if you used a chimpanzee, you would end up with a Caucasian. And I mean, there's 4 basic other cousins, primates, okay? And there are 4 types of group or ethnic groups. Basically, there are 4 ethnic groups, basic ethnic groups on this planet, and those are the 4: black, white, yellow, and brown. And this is to throw this out there. All right, now you have ectomorph, mesomorph, and endomorph. Okay, this is our body types. All right, now a chimpanzee and a bonobo are pretty much about the same body build, so they would be considered probably one of those 3, probably a endomorph. Then the ectomorph would be an orangutan, and the endomorph or ectomorph would be shit, I'm starting to get confused now. The gorilla. But there are 3 basic body types, and if you take those 4 great apes, you would get the 3 basic body types between them. So I think that deep in our genes, somewhere in our DNA and those other 4 great apes, there's a connection there with the ethnic groups, with black people being related to gorillas, chimpanzees being related to white people, Indians being related to bonobos, and orangutan being related to Asians. And ironically, if you look at the demographics or the population or whatever, that's where they originate from. Orangutans are in Asian populations and territories. Gorillas are in black territories. And chimps and bonobos are in the Indian and Caucasian territories, and mixed in roughly secluded areas too. But I think that's just a little ironic also. So I think that if we did some digging or some, just instead of saying, oh, that just sounds retarded, I mean, damn, I think there's enough evidence in there and coincidences and irony that it could be taken serious, and someone do a little bit of research, and we might even bump into something that starts putting us on a certain path, or giving us a lot of clues or hints. So I think that's pretty close to a logical conclusion in that area.